Hey Vikings, so this video is going to be video 3 in the AutoIt um, Vikings War of Clan automation series that's getting a longer name every time I talk about it apparently. This script has actually become one of my favorites, especially having moved to a new server recently on a Jumper account. And what it does is just let you spam the help button. So it's basically when you're using the in-game items with the 30-35% construction or knowledge speed, um, it's not really worth it to wait for all of the help clicks, especially if it's not a really long timer. But it is still worth it to get some help clicks, so there's kind of a balance you have to maintain there, and it can be a little difficult, especially if you aren't sure when your clan's primary hours of operation are, and then the longer you're on a server, the less people click that, so it's kind of a pain. So what I decided to do was take care of the first 8 to 10 helps on my own. So the main thing you have to do is just make enough accounts so you get as many helps as you want. And honestly, you don't even have to own the email address that you register. I would advise going ahead and making an email because it's easy, but you can just make a new account on the PlayerIn website with any email. You can use 123@gmail.com if you want to. But anyways, so you make the accounts, you jump them to your server, and you get them in your clan. Now, I can only do 4 at the moment because my clan is kind of filled up and I had to kick all of my little 5k influence alts for real players. Exciting but sad at the same time. So because of that, there's only going to be a few of them for this video, but basically the idea was I can hit upgrade and I'll get my first 8 to 10 helps in the first maybe 10 to 15 seconds. And then from that point, any helps that I got from my real clansmen were just bonuses. And on the plus, even beyond that, I could leave this running for hours, and then everyone else who's doing all these start of server upgrades is also getting them. This is definitely easier if you have multiple computers. I kind of buy a new one every 2 years, so I have quite a few sitting around, and it makes this a little bit easier. But let's go ahead and look at what it does. So I'm gonna click on this, and I'm gonna hit F5 to go ahead and start running. And so basically, it's using Control Tab, which you're all probably familiar with Alt Tab to switch between different windows. This just switches between tabs in a browser. So it's going from tab 1 to tab 5, and then if you notice, it's moving up before it clicks the actual help button, and that's a weird little Vikings quirk. I'm not sure if it's specific to Mozilla or my computers, but I've had it happen on 2 desktops and a laptop. So what that does is it just clicks to select the window. Sometimes if you have it just hit the help, it'll close the help window. I don't understand that. But yeah, so it just keeps doing this essentially indefinitely. I think I have it set to go 140,000 times, and it's just, yeah, it's amazingly nice for speed building. And that's pretty much it for this video. I guess I should go through how it works, shouldn't I? Okay, so it starts off standard. We've got the escape to stop the macro if you need to stop it before it runs through its 140,000, which I'm sure we'll never have it go through all of them. Activate the window, and just another while loop, so kind of the same as before. And so we have the left click. This first click is to click right above, so you want to set that one a little bit higher, And then the second one is to actually click the help button. And I didn't put a delay in there. It hasn't really affected me. You may have to adjust the delays and all of this a little bit, depending on your computer and setup. The first thing I had kind of a problem with was this is the control tab. So you're doing control down, sending tab, and then control up. When I had it closing the window, this part really seems to have fixed it, but sometimes it kind of seemed like it was being caused by this. You just have to uncomment that control Q to uncomment the sleep things if you're having issues. This will slow it down a lot, but I mean if it's just causing an extra second or two, it's not a big deal. And that's really having that second window activate somehow seemed to help too. So basically this part, these sleeps, and then this is all just to keep it from closing this window. And again, I may have gotten unlucky and it happened on my desktop or my computers, or it could be a Mozilla thing. But I would suggest using Mozilla for pretty much everything Vikings. It seems to handle the game vastly better. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple macro. It's even easier actually than the send resources one, and yeah, it makes those upgrades much easier to do, and your clanmates will love you. So yeah, get this set up and give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you found this video interesting or helpful, hit that like button down below and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I will see you all soon.